Hey everyone, and welcome to my plus size grandma with Miss Coco Bowden. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So I decided to come outside and talk about this, my man box confessions. And this one here, we're gonna just call him number 30. I'm jumping numbers, I know, but I'm jumping as I can remember, because keep in mind, I told you that I blocked out a lot of stuff. So as it comes to me, I will give it to you. Okay, so Jada was more the smooth type, very easy type going character for me to play. I mean, it was more like, well, I say out of all of them, Jada is more close to my personality, to my true personality, than any of the rest of the characters was, because Jada was humbled, very humbled, and at times she would act very affectionate and loving, although it was fake. It wasn't real at all. No, that wasn't real at all. That was not the case personally with me, because if it was, then the guys would have knew my real name. Okay, so this one guy in particular, he was all the way from Alabama, and his name was Demetrius. I may look for him on Facebook. um, he was an inmate, and he had been locked up for 9 years. Very nice looking guy. I mean, he was sexy. I ain't gonna lie, he was. I mean, muscles and all. But like I said, he had 9 years to fix himself to look like that while he was locked up. And we talked every day. Like, I'm gonna tell you who he kind of put me in the mind of. He put me in the mind of Masterpiece so bad, the way he talked. The way he would talk. Okay, I did get a little excited talking to him. Now he did kind of wake me up, so but yet and still I wouldn't let him get close to my heart at all. I called him Alabama. He was in Alabama State Prison, and he had about another 7 years to go. And he talks just like Master P. His body was kind of shaped like Master P. His complexion was like Master P. He actually had, in prison, they can do tattoos. So he actually had a tattoo put on his back that said Jada. And in the front of it, it said Jada. It was said Jada in the front on his left breast, and it said Jada in the back on his right shoulder, with a little heart thing going around it. I mean, he really thought I loved him. I mean, he went all out, for real. For real, he did. To be in prison, he went all out. I mean, he wrote letters every day. I was receiving a letter. Y'all remember back in the day when we used to have pen pals? That's kind of what it felt like, that I was just having pen pals. I didn't have any attachments, so that's what it felt like. So he would write every day, and his letters would be juicy. He would talk about getting married and how I was going to get to meet his daughter and stuff. And his daughter at that time, his daughter was around, I would say, about 12 years old. And he would call. Y'all know they had them phones in prison. Now they have cell phones in prison. Don't let them fool you. He would call and put us on three-way, and we'd talk and stuff. And I enjoyed that, but still, I knew he was doing it for nothing, because I knew my heart wasn't really in it like that. And so as far as he went, he would have his homeboys to send me money. He would have his homeboys to send me money orders. And it was some kind of way, what's crazy about it? I would literally tell them to send the money order to somebody else's name and address. and that person would cash it for me because I never gave my real name out. I would tell them that I didn't have ID. I tell them some old gangster stuff. I say, hey, I'm in the streets and stuff like that, so I can't let, the laws know my name and stuff. So I would actually put it in somebody else's name, and that person would cash it and give me the money. I give them a little portion of it because sometimes it'd be $150, sometimes it'd be $200. It just depends on, what he could get through, what he could get his homeboys to do. And oh God, what is that? I'm out here in the country, y'all. Y'all hear the night creatures out here? But I enjoy it. I'm loving it. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, let me get back on topic. Okay, so this guy, he was really he was awesome. He used to sit up at night and tell me the stories about how he wished that he had messed up and stuff, and how when he got out he was gonna be a good man, and that he never wanted his daughter or his son, because he had a son too, to see him like that. So they wasn't allowed to go to the prison to see him. And believe it or not, it was baby mama drama in the prison. Baby mama was somehow tied in there and stuff. And for one thing, that really turned me off, because when we would have our late night talks, he would talk a lot about his baby mama, and I'd be like, I really don't want to hear this. But that $200 do sound good. So I would deal with it. I would put up with his little shenanigans, talking about his baby mama and stuff. I didn't care to hear it, but at the same time, it didn't bother me because, again, emotionally unattached. I did like his body though. Nice body, nice size. I mean, back then I had a thing, y'all. I had a fetish for thighs, so it's funny now. I mean, I'm not like that now, but when I think about it, as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about stuff. I'm reliving it as I'm sitting here talking about it, because I can't remember everything, but as the details is coming to my mind, I'm remembering now. He did have some nice thighs. Now, he would not send me no nude pictures, but he would wear the shorts and stuff, and so I could see his thighs through the shorts. He would send me thigh pics, in his shorts, or either those little khaki looking pants. I mean, man in uniform looked good. Didn't say what kind of uniform. He looked good though for his age. He was every bit was he 10 years older than me or younger than me? Actually, I think he was younger than me. He was actually 10 years younger than me at that time. Some kind of way he was younger than me. Because I don't think after my last relationship, not the little 2-month relationship. Should we even call that a relationship? I mean, really, it was only 2 months. I don't even know why I keep calling that. That was a little, I don't know what that was. I'll just say a fling. But after my last long-term relationship, the 15-year relationship, after that, I didn't date any more guys I didn't talk to any more guys that were older than me. All the guys I talked to, they were from the age of 23 on up to, I would say about 23 to 29. That was the age limit of the guys that I talked to then. Because I was in my 30s, so it was 23 to 29. I never talked to another guy that was 10 years older than me. I talked to one that was the same age as me, but never over my age. Now, that could have been because, for the simple fact that it could have been like that because you got to understand the two relationships that I was in long term, those guys were 20 years older than me. So I was like a baby with them. You know what I'm saying? Both of them had already been married twice. So I was like a baby to them. So I was like, I'm not talking to no more older guys. Ain't no more older guys finna trap me up in no old mindset. And so I started hanging with the younger guys, which I must admit, though, the younger guys did treat me better. They really did. I mean, the younger guys were more catering to my needs and stuff. I'm not talking about sexual needs. I'm talking about like just needs, period. That's why I was talking to all of them. Like, one take care of this part of my need, that one take care of that. It was like categories I had them in. I knew who to call for what and when to call them. Like I said, these guys was on a schedule. They was on time limits. Everything was well organized to where I did not have to worry about one calling. And if they did call out of turn, I would be glad to let them know. Gladly let them know. Don't call me at this time again. Don't text me at this time again, or else I'm not going to talk to you anymore. And back then, I really did stick to my words. If I said you were out, you were out. That's just how it is. So Jada, though, y'all, I'm so sorry that I had to keep doing that during every show, but I have really bad allergies this time of year. But Jada, back to her. Jada was beautiful. I mean, when I would dress up as Jada, I mean, it was pretty curly, bouncy hair. It was more like, it kind of made me look kind of Indian-ish black, like that, with pretty red lipstick. I really looked very innocent. You would think that I was just somebody that was, just humble as can be. Although I wasn't. I was very deceiving and very heartless, but I looked at the part, but I was not living that part of life at all. So Jada would get those guys, yeah, that was locked up. I'm trying to see if I can remember anymore, but yeah, Demetrius was really nice. He was nice. Oh, how we got apart was Demetrius got ready to get out. See, I would have still been talking to him if he had not got out of prison. But see, when he got ready to get out, he needed an address. That's exactly what happened. He needed an address for his parole and stuff. And I was like, no, you ain't coming here to North Carolina. Not with me, you not. I mean, I was just in there with you while you was in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing this prison mentality while you in there. Why am I talking about this? Because I'm trying to tell y'all that women and men do play. When a woman gets hurt, she will go to any lengths to bring whatever's in her path or whoever's in her path down as well. And by me doing that, I was able to talk to these guys and not have to deal with them. Basically, that was like the highlight of my life. I'm like, I ain't got to settle with you. I don't have to bring you in my house. You ain't ever got to see my bed. And yet I can still get in your mind and have this conversation with you and make you think that you the only one. Y'all better take notes. This is some good stuff. Take notes on what not to do. That's what I meant. But I could get into their heads and make them feel like they were the only ones so that they would want to come and see what I was really about. But I won't about them like that. So, waste of time. Waste of time. I ain't mind wasting time either with them. Because it gave me something to do. Long as I didn't have to think about anything that I was going through, I talked to you all night long. Because most of the time when you've been hurt, you can't rest no way. You can't rest no way. So you get up and you talk to somebody. And, by me living at my home by myself at the time, I ain't had no kids there to talk to. So it was okay to get up and talk with them, fall asleep with them. Y'all know how we fall asleep on the phone, talking and stuff. That was it. That's how I deal with him. I had a few guys, though, that I would talk to from prison that I really did not like at all. I mean, like Demetrius, I liked him. Demetrius was cool. He was like a homebody. He was like homeboy, but the homeboy that ain't never coming to